All right, today is Monday, August 27, 2018. This is the last week before code freeze. So we're going to run through the tasks that we're working on for CSI this quarter, get a status update on those, then go over some miscellaneous updates, and then take a look at PRs and bugs that need attention. So I don't see a lot of people on the line today, just Jan and Xing. So we might have not too many updates today. First up is the kubelet device registration mechanism. The last update on this was Vlad was taking a look at it and providing feedback to the PR author. And the follow-up here was if there were any other PRs that were needed after this. We'll have to wait for Vlad to get an update on that. Next up is the CSI Cluster Registry. So I updated this implementation to do automatic CRD installation. And that PR has been updated. I still need to fix a couple of new breaking tests. But for the most part, it should be usable, and feel free to review it.
I have one question.
Sure.
Should we have a feature gate for all this, for all the dependencies on CSI registry, like topology and I don't know, inline volumes and everything? Should we have one feature gate for everything or separate feature gates for each feature?
It's a good question. I think the answer is, do we ever expect them to move at a different pace towards stable?
I don't know, maybe inline volumes, but
Yeah.
it's pretty okay.
I think the rest should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think we should have a different feature gate for each one of them. Have one big feature gate for the CRDs, and then an individual feature gate for each of the sub features. That way we can move them along at a different rate if we need to for whatever reason. Inline's a good example, but yeah.
Okay, so I will prepare my PRs with features.
Okay. So Chang, I see you just joined. To give you an update, the CSI Cluster Registry, I updated this PR to do automatic installation of CRDs. If you get the chance, go ahead and rebase your PR off of this and verify that you don't need to install anymore the CRD manually.
Sounds great. Thanks.
So new node status field for CSI. This got merged into the topology design. My question here is there any additional implementation work that we need to do beyond what is included in the CSI Cluster Registry? So CSI Cluster Registry introduces the object, the CSI node info object. Is all the work to populate that CSI node object? Where is that, and who's going to do it?
That's already in my PR.
Okay.
For kubelet registration.
Nice. Okay. And does that include populating the node name and all that?
Yep, it populates the node ID and topology keys.
So API implemented as part of CSI registry PR, and implementation part API implementation part of Chang's topology PR. Okay. So I think for the most part, that's good. Next up is passing workload information to CSI. So the proposal is here. I took a look at it. I think I don't have any more feedback except for one comment about changing the name, the prefix to align with what we're the group name for CSI. Other than that, it looks good to me.
Okay.
If you have a link to a PR, feel free to throw it in here.
Yeah. Okay. I have something in my GitHub repo. Okay.
And then you can base it off of the CSI Cluster Registry. So what I'm trying to do today is figure out who needs to review what. Definitely the CSI Cluster Registry needs a review by Tim, so I'm going to poke him for that. What I also want to do is identify what other reviews that we need. So for this passing workload information to CSI, I think it should be contained entirely to the CSI volume driver, correct?
Yes. I may need to pass informer to through kubelet to the driver. So I will see. One of us needs to, but that's already part of your PR, so that should be okay. If there is a client for this new API in the volume host, that's all I need. And the rest is just volume plugin.
Okay. So if there's anything other than volume plugin that we need, let me know soon and I can start bugging those people to help review it.
Sure.
But it sounds like this one Tim does not need to look at, so I'll not bother him with this one.
Okay.
And the next one is do not attach, require attach operation. So this one I just LGTM'd. I don't know if it needs another LGTM to merge or not. Needs approved label /approve. And then I guess you have the PR for this as well somewhere.
Oh yeah, in my fork somewhere. I will post it tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. And then this one again seems like just SIG storage. The plumbing for passing around the client should already be there. But if not, let me know, and then we can poke those people too.
Sure.
Inline volume support, I think this is the one that I'm most concerned about at this point. I know there was a lot of back and forth on the proposal. I don't know that Vlad was able to get in touch with Tim or not. I don't think he was. But once this is implemented, it has a dependency on CSI Cluster Registry, and I don't have his bits in here because I'm not sure if they're approved or not. I can go ahead and add them and then preemptively hope that they get approved, and if not, pull them out at the last minute. Any thoughts or on how to proceed?
Skipping attach has also dependency on CSI registry, and you approved it.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident skipping attach is going to go in, so I have it as part of the CSI Cluster Registry PR. I'm not sure about the inline volume support. I think I'll go ahead and add it. I'll add it in today, and the bit that he needs from me is the CSI volume handle prefix. And if someone complains about it, I can pull it out.
Yeah, sure. Okay. That would be the best, probably.
Yeah. And then I think the proposal here needs Tim's sign off. And the implementation. And let's see, is it constrained? Inline volume API changes. So he's making API changes. So this requires sign off from API reviewers. So this will require So I'll follow up with that and try to get this in front of Tim as soon as possible. Then CSI Kubernetes topology support. Cheng's been doing a lot of great work there. So for the PR that you have, does that capture everything that we want for this, Cheng, or are there going to be follow-up PRs?
There's some very small functionality that I need to add, but I'll just add it as subsequent commits.
Okay.
The overall structure is there. It's not going to change. They're just going to be like small functionalities.
Okay. And in terms of the files that you're touching, are they all constrained to volume, or are they outside of volume, package volume?
I think there's some RBAC stuff, but
RBAC
other
stuff.
than that,
Okay.
it should just be volume inside kubelet.
So needs SIG storage review, needs RBAC approval. So for RBAC approval, if you could poke Jordan Liggett today,
Okay. Yeah.
have him take a look. That'll be the biggest hurdle to get unblocked, and then beyond that, SIG storage is us, so that should be pretty straightforward.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, cool. That's looking good. Any other updates in terms of status, or?
Not really. Just gonna finish up the implementation today, hopefully. Or yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Great work, Cheng. Thank you. Next up is mount namespace propagation to GA. This one was waiting SIG architecture to make a ruling one way or the other about whether the feature gate should be removed or not. There's a thread started, and hopefully that can get resolved this week. So overall, in terms of the features that need to go in, I think we're looking fairly okay for the last week. Just need to get a little bit more progress on the inline volume support, and then I think we should be in a good place. Next up is miscellaneous updates. So first up from Jan, mock CSI driver for end-to-end test. Jan, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah. Well, I thought about end-to-end tests for skipping attach.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay because we have host path driver that doesn't need attach.
Okay.
But then for passing port information in not published, I need something that uses that information so I can check that the driver got it and
Right.
use it. So do we need some generic CSI mock driver that we can configure in very generic way? Or am I the only one that, and I can hack my own?
I think we do need a generic one, and I thought there already was one. Does anybody know where the mock driver was sitting? I think CSI 10.
There is a mock driver, but you can't configure it. It implements all the cores and it gives you correct responses, but that's about it.
Okay.
So
maybe what we
simulate errors. Sorry.
Maybe we could take that one and make it more generic.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I would like to collect the requirements. What we need, because
got it.
For example, we would need to test mount options. I saw PR today for mount options, but then that can be easily tested with XFS. Then we need topology, but I guess that your GC driver will have some topology support, and we can test with that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what's else? Skipping attach, we have host path. Inline volumes, we can use GCE, PD.
Mm.
And I just need the workload information, and it seems I'm the only one.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then you could just create a quick and dirty test that just verifies this and create a small mock for that. And then we can generalize it in the future if needed.
I need to create an image for that and passing that through SIG testing. Only they can push images, I think.
I see.
Or can you push images to GCR.io?
I I think they removed that access now.
Mm.
They're being very secure about it now.
Or I can push it to Quay.
Yeah, I think it's fine to use Quay for now, and then we can
Okay.
figure out what the process is for GCRIO.
Okay. Okay, so I will start with the mock and maybe we can generalize later.
Okay. And then the second question was about the feature gates. So the decision is let's do a feature gate for everything.
Mm.
I talked to Chang about the topology stuff, and I don't think he needs a new feature gate. There's already a feature gate that he's going to be using. I think there's two feature gates that actually already exist, right, Chang?
Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with one of them. So there CSI persistent volume, and
Mm-hmm.
there's the kubelet plugin watcher.
Yep.
Since my code only depends on the plugin watcher logic, I'm going to use that, piggyback on that.
Okay. Cool. Next up is PRs that need attention. We have the snapshots PR. So I think last status on this was it was in review. Any updates on that?
I think Jan added the comments this morning that he reviewed it. It said looks good to me for alpha picture. Is that what that means?
Yeah, it looks good, like usable.
Okay, excellent. I'll take a pass at this and I'll get it merged.
Great.
Thank you.
And I think that okay, the tests are just I think Jan also looked at the tests, right? So yeah, we'll get the controller part merged first. I don't know if this one needs a rebase or not, so I need to check.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Jan says this one has excellent coverage, so that's good.
Yeah, really.
Lot of tests.
I just generated the coverage and I looked at the parts that were not tested. I found one,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest is tested pretty well.
Great. Yeah, I think the one, I believe that one is already changed in controller, so I need to check with him and see if he rebased it.
Mm.
And then maybe you can enable the missing one. So,
Yeah.
okay, great, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other one is the API. So the entry API change, the data source API change, I think there's one comment I think I need to update. Jing was just pinging me because the team made one comment about I think it's that. I think she wrote it somewhere. But it's just I need to update one of the comments. So and then in the API, so I need to basically generate those files again, and then pin him to look at it again. So I think it's getting close since he has already merged the design spec.
Okay, that's excellent.
Yeah. Is that the other one? Yeah. So after those, if we can get those merged, then I can update the provisioner because right now, because the generated files cannot be generated automatically.
Right.
So then I can remove the work in progress. Then I will ask people to review this one. The external provisioner change is not that much, but just need to resolve those dependencies first.
Right. Okay, so I think the longest poll here is the data source API, and that looks like it's almost approved, so good job.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to skip over these two, and for bugs,
So just a little quick update on Haman's PR.
Sure.
So we ended up with a bunch of rebase conflicts because we are planning to both modify the label manager,
Okay.
and we basically decided that he's going to rebase off of my PR.
Okay.
We're
Perfect.
just give you a heads up.
Cool. This is for the CSI volume limits?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, perfect. Any idea what's going on this one?
So I was just playing around with topology and creating volumes, and I ran into this error where if the driver reports some sort of error, in my case it was like topology related, then I think it was having trouble deleting the PV.
Oh.
But we can probably fix this after code freeze.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's specific to the topology error, but I have a feeling it might not be. So if anybody else can do that.
Okay. If there's repro steps, that'll help debug a lot. Make it easy.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Jane. And then any follow-up on the RBAC thing?
Since the PR was pushed out, I haven't taken a look at it.
Okay.
That's probably the last part.
Cool. All right. I think that's all that I have for today. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? Okay, then we'll reconvene on Wednesday. Jan, are you planning to be available on Wednesday?
Yes, I should be here.
If I am not able to join on Wednesday, could you please run this meeting?
Okay, I can try.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Take care.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.